Hey everyone, back again with another small Dollar Tree haul. Today started off, wow, I didn't want to get out of bed. It was dragging, my brain just couldn't clear this fog. And we had a field trip today for our homeschool. And we went to Dade Battlefield. And they did this program they do once a year. It's called A Road Back in Time. And they discuss, like, how people lived in the early 1800s. And Jenna got to do a lot of cool things today. She dipped some candles, and she made a corn husk doll. She milked a cow. She got to churn some butter. She made a rope. They had this guy there with these little wooden things. They're really cool to make a wild turkey call, and turkeys don't say gobble gobble. It was really funny. They had this one setup where these old soldiers, and they were actually firing off muskets. Of course, it was blanks, but every time that noise went off, I felt like my heart was jumping right out of my skin. And she got to use an old-fashioned weaving loom. We saw some ladies actually taking the wool that had been cut from the sheep, and they were spinning it into yarn. And I'm like, how cool is that? And then I was sitting there thinking, my oldest, Alex, she got me liking to watch The Walking Dead. Well, they don't have hot and cold running water. They don't have electricity. They don't have televisions and the internet and all that. What would happen in today's society if something did happen that we didn't have all these luxuries and technology that we're used to, and we had to do these things ourselves? Nobody would know how. Everybody would have like this awesome respect for these elderly people that actually get out there and keep these old-fashioned talents alive and are willing to share it with the young kids these days. So anyhow, make a long story short, when we got done with that, we were starving, so we made a quick trip to McDonald's, got some lunch, and Dollar Tree was right there. So we ran in there, and I'm walking through, and it's like the same stuff. I mean, how many times do you go into Dollar Tree and they have the same thing that they had the last time you were there? I've never experienced that before. So I'm walking through, and I'm like, I don't see anything that I want to buy. And then as I got a little further through, I said, well, all right, yeah. Let me go check out the grocery section. So we picked up the Kraft macaroni and cheese, and I think my Winn-Dixie ad that came out says that they're buy one get one free, so it might even be a little cheaper at Winn-Dixie to get them this time, but I'm not sure their price. I know they're close to $2, if not more. And found some Libby's sliced pineapple, yummy. Picked up some more of these large cans of Campbell's soup. I got chicken noodle, and this time they had some tomatoes, so I have to give them that. That was something a little different. And vanilla extract instead of imitation vanilla. Yay. So I picked up a box of that because I have some bananas that are just ripe for some banana bread. More soup. We had guests over the other day, and they were all asking, do you have any floss picks? Do you have any floss picks? Because we made shish kebab. I'm like, no, I don't. I have regular dental floss. So for my guests that we like to have them over, I picked up some little floss sticks so that if they eat here and they're in need, we have it on hand. And then Jenna wanted some of these jewelry links. I don't know why. She just likes little small things. She has this little jar thing that she's trying to fill up with just trinkets. So I think that's what she really wanted it for. And after being out in the heat today at the battlefield, she says, we need a water bottle. Can I have a water bottle to take to the Scarecrow Festival on Saturday? So we got her a water bottle that she can fill up. She also requested some more of these cookies, which are delicious, and that means I get another can. Then I looked over in their, kitchenware, utensils, whatever section, and they had my coffee dishcloths. So now I have the matching pair and I don't have to deal with Fat Chef. So that was pretty cool. I was glad to see those there. And then they must be slow at putting things out, because I've looked and I have not found the Halloween dish towels. And I've been in this particular Dollar Tree a few times. I don't know what I just dropped. And they didn't have any, but today they had some, so I picked up a few of the Halloween dish towels. And that is actually purple, not blue. On my camera screen it looks blue. And they were out of my favorite Nutty Buddies, but the Swiss rolls, just as yummy, especially when you put them in the freezer. And then if you have a hairy pet, such as a cat, that likes to sit on every chair at the dining room table, and then when you go up behind it, and that cat's been laying there all day long, and you sit down and you stand back up and you have a hairy butt. These car chamois things, you get them wet and you wring the water out and you just rub them across the chair. It's amazing. It's like this all-time super lint brush that you don't have to keep peeling the tape off. You just keep rinsing it out and wringing it out and rubbing it on there, and the cat hair removal is just amazing. Then I also, not that I have thick hair, and I usually like these a little smaller, but I just thought they were really pretty. These little hair clips. I like long hair, but I don't like hair touching my neck. And winter's coming up, and I'm still not going to like the hair touching my neck. But I just thought these were really pretty, the flowers. So I picked those up for myself. Then last week, we stopped, and I just picked up a few things that I didn't really see a whole lot that I wanted or needed. But I wanted to try making my own wax melts. So I picked up a couple of small candles. This one is apple cinnamon, and this one is black cherry. Then, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I was like, I need a way to pour this stuff. I might end up melting this, but I picked up this little measuring cup pourer thing. I was looking for metal, but I couldn't find anything. In St. Pete, in one of the dollar stores, I had seen like a small metal bucket about this size, but my Dollar Tree didn't have it. So, go figure. So I'm going to try this. Hopefully I don't melt it, crack it, or whatever, and to do my candle wax melting to make some little tarts. And I picked up these coasters, which I plan on altering into something else. So then my daughter had told me that they have the twine that I liked for wrapping my vases. It's a little thinner than the other, so it would take more times around, but it actually gave me a choice of another color, so like I could add some green into it. So I thought that was cool. I figured I'd try it for $1. What the heck, you can't lose much. Also last weekend, I went to Master Gardener's sale. And if you like plants and you live near your county extension office, when they do their Master Gardener sales, you can pick up some awesome deals. I bought, I don't know if you can see it on the table. Let me zoom in. That is a peppermint plant. And of course I had to put it in a bigger pot, but I paid like $2. I bought a firebush tree. It's supposed to be a big hummingbird and butterfly attractor plant. This thing was huge. Like, you go to Walmart or Lowe's or someplace like that, you'd pay like $20, $25 for a plant that size, and I got it for $5. So I picked up a few, some lemon balm and a couple of other shade tolerant, because I have to have shade tolerant, butterfly and hummingbird attracting plants. I mean, I am, don't want to give away my age, but I just turned an age that none of us ladies want to be this year, and I had never in real life seen a hummingbird other than a picture or on TV. And when we moved up here, you know, I'm standing here and I'm looking out the schoolroom window and I'm like, oh, what is that? That's the biggest dragonfly I've ever seen. But no, it was a hummingbird. So we bought a hummingbird feeder and put out there. And the little guys would come and visit. So this coming spring, we want to be ready with our science. We're supposed to make a hummingbird-friendly area in our yard. And, excuse me, I have a pretty cool idea of something that I want to do for this. So getting these butterfly plants and the hummingbird plants as part of us getting ready to make our hummingbird friendly section of our yard, and hopefully we can attract more than one or two at a time. If there's one, there's got to be more. Because there's going to be a boy, there's going to be a girl, and there's possibly going to be a baby or two, and then they're cousins and brothers and sisters and what have you. But anyhow, I'm rambling. Sorry about that. That's all I have today, and thanks for watching, and we will see you on the flip side.